Hello everybody and welcome back to the Redstone Minecraft update with Mubkin78. So, finally Creative World is finally reset and everything's good to go. The world is up for download. You can download it for whatever you choose, and I'll be going over how you can, 3 ways you can use that world download in a few minutes or so. I think I just said that twice. So, just to really quickly go over how the new portal works. Instead of making it portal to portal, I made it portal to world. So the creative portal will just bring you back to spawn. Whoops. And then the spawn portal will bring you to this spawn. Hi, Dorothy38. Oh. So the portal's there. You spawn right here. Thank you to Pen the Mage, by the way, for building this. Really nice spawn. These plots are 101 by 101. I will be giving members and above //center to find the center of their plot. You just do //center and then a block name. I usually do obsidian just to make it visible against the grass, but you can do whatever you choose. And then we'll just make that the center of that area, one block. So hopefully members, you guys will have that, and above of course, will have that when it by the time this video is uploaded. Also, there are a few signs here that kind of say builder. What I'm going to do, different from last world, this plot, and this plot are going to be builder examples from the old creative world. And over here, Pen's building something that will count as a builder example. Thank you, Pen. He is an advanced builder, if you didn't know. Pen the Mage, of course. And that's really it. It works the same. P-Auto works again, finally. P-Home works, and you should be all good. If you have any questions, ask me, an online admin or online moderator. Don't forget, you can also ask other players, like Alice. He's a builder, but he's been on here for a while. Whiffy knows a lot, and no one else is on that knows a lot. StarMax, he's a moderator. But yeah, just people who have the trusted or devoted rank have probably been on here for a really long time and know their way around. So if you have any questions, you can always ask them. So that's it for the Creative World. If you're watching this video, I hope you've by now downloaded the Creative World backup. If you haven't, redstoneminecraft.com, check out the index page. Just scroll down a bit until you see the update page button, and to the right of that button you should see a green button. Now, usually this button is called Weird Button, but right there, right now, it says Creative Backup. So that button will bring you to a Mediafire link. You're just going to click Download Now, and it will download, if you're using Google Chrome, to the little bar, or to your downloads folder always. And then just use 7-zip or WinRAR, or if you use a Mac archive utility, to just simply unzip that file, and you'll see a few things inside. There's going to be a README, which has the link to this video, and there's going to be a Plot.me folder, and there's going to be a creative folder. I'll discuss the Plot.me folder in the third way you can use the creative backup, and that'll be in a few minutes. When I'm done, of course, saying the single player world and the second way. So, the creative world, the creative folder is the world itself. So that's just drag and drop world. Plot.me is the Plot.me configuration, and I will discuss that after. So, if you can look it up. It's just like Adventure Maps. Just drag and drop the creative world into a single player folder, and voila, you have a single player creative. However, you're going to be in survival mode. So I'm just going to disconnect. I'm going to go to single player, and I'm going to creative. It should be called creative. You can technically rename it and stuff. But once you join, I've already tested this to make sure it works, so I should be in creative. So this is the first method of just dragging it to single player. In the past 3 months, I have always given notice to people that if you should write down the coordinates to your plot, because that's really the best thing you can do. So to teleport to the coordinates, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute or so. So right now, if I already game mode S, I don't have permission. Really simple fix. Open to LAN, change the game mode to creative, and allow cheats on, and start LAN world. As hopefully you all know, LAN worlds only work with the local internet connection. So someone would have to be connected to my home internet to connect to the server, because it's an internal network server. So once you have that, you should be able to do really anything you want. I'm gonna kill myself for a minute, just so I can show you where you respawn in game mode C. So if you don't know already, you can't do P-Home or P-Auto because this is vanilla. Oh, What the heck? Okay. Cool beans. So you'll just spawn here, then old spawn. Oh, this thing's great. I love this thing. Alright, it was the only creative spawn forever, basically. And yeah, there you go. Just TP. By the way, the base level is 67. So let's just do 2000, 67, 2000. In the new world, I believe it's 64. I changed it in the config so people could build higher. It's only 3 blocks, but still. So yeah, let's just say this is my plot, and voila. That's a lot of pigs. Jeez. Someone likes pigs. So that is method number 1. Method number 2 is making a multiplayer server, vanilla server. So you can look up many tutorials on YouTube on how to do this, and it's very simple. If you already have a server directory, then I'm just going to explain to you how this works. So when you first drag in, if you don't, you're probably going to have a hard time imagining this. But right now, I have an image of a server directory in my head. I might pop up onto the screen. I'm not sure. Basically, when you first run this start.bat, well, when you first run it, you have to change the EULA text to true. But anyway, when you first run it, it'll create a bunch of folders. And of those folders, you will see world, world nether, and world the end. And you will see a file called server.properties. You can check what you can do in those folders or in those files, but I'm just going to explain how to do only a few things. So if you go into server.properties, I'm deciding I'm going to throw images on to help people image this. There are going to be a bunch of different parameters. And of those parameters, there should be one called world name or something, or level name. And the default is world. So if you think back to those folders I mentioned, world nether, world the end, world, those are the worlds that are going to be loaded up. So when you spawn in, you're going to go to world folder. Now, you can drag the creative folder from the zip into that directory. And so of the folders, there's going to be world, world nether, world the end, creative. So there's 2 things you can do. You can delete the world folder or rename it, and then rename creative world. So rename the folder called creative to world. And then it'll be fine. Or you can change server properties, go into the level name property, and change it to creative. Capital C, capitals count. Don't forget that. And start up the server, and voila, people will spawn in like that, and then you can op yourself from there, and you're good to go. Now, method 3, I'm going to head back to Oinkcraft for this one, is using Multiverse to import your world. This one's a bit more complicated. So I'm going to throw up an image of another server directory with plugins installed. So there's a plugins folder, and you're going to drag in the creative backup. There's a Plotme folder. Make sure you go ahead and go online somewhere and download Plotme plugin. Doesn't matter what version. You can get the one from Bucket Dev or the one from Spigot Forums. Either works. We're currently using the Spigot Forums. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought. No, you can't. Can they? You can. Alright, I'm just not gonna look at chat. So, you're gonna drag the plotme.jar into there, and then you're gonna drag the plotme folder into there. So, if you know how plugins work, all plugins are just drag and drop, and then they'll create a folder with configurations and stuff. If you already have a Plotme folder made, just replace it with the one called creative and the one in the creative backup. It's really simple. Just replace folder. However, if it's on a server and you want to put this plot world on it, and you have a Plotme world already made, I'm not sure how to do this because there's a file in that Plotme folder called plots.db. And you can't combine them. And it basically says that plot 1 -1 is owned by Mobkins and plot 1 -2 is owned by Starlo123. You can't do that. So I'm hopeful because there's really no point to you doing this unless you want to just do /phome. So because if you forgot your coordinates, there's no real reason you would put this on a server with already plots. So I'm going to assume that you don't already have a server with plots. So in the Plotme folder, after you've booted it up, hopefully you have Multiverse inventories installed as well. I'm going to throw up a picture of Plotme configuration. There should be a file called creative, or not a file. In the Plotme configuration, there should be the word creative, and then a bunch of different parameters. Make sure that's like that. Make sure plot size is 100, etc., etc. Make sure it's a capital C, same thing as the world. If you want to change one, you have to change all of them. So the command to do this is /mv, which is the multiverse default command. Import. There's import, create, and delete. Delete obviously deletes a world. It won't delete the folder. Creates a world and imports a world. Creative, since it's already existing in your server directory, you're going to import it. MV import, so creative. Normal. You can do normal, nether, or the or end. And then -G for generator. And if you're using the old version of Plotme, it's going to be Plotme. If you're using the new one, default generator is added on with a hyphen. Hit enter, it'll import your world. MVTP creative doesn't exist because it's not uploaded. And /phome name. And make sure you drag in the whole Plotme folder. Back up the old one if you have important stuff on it. TP to your plot. And should be good to go from there. I hope you guys learned something from this update. Hopefully I didn't forget to pop up anything on the screen, but it'll let me know in the comments below, or if you're watching this on the site, just let me know in the contact form or when I'm online. But that's it for the creative world. Hopefully you enjoy the new, fresh creative world. I just want to let you know the creative world backup is 1.6 gigabytes, so it might take a while to download, unless it's in a zip, of course, which it is, because zip is compressed. So this has been mostly running around, but I've been trying to visualize these best as I can. I'll throw up some images to make it easier for you all, but honestly, I don't see any reason you would put the Plotme world into a bucket server or spigot, besides the fact you don't know your coordinates. I just don't see any reason. So, hope you enjoyed. Nonetheless, if you haven't already joined Wrestle Minecraft, join now. Play it at WrestleMinecraft.com. Claim a plot close to spawn so people can see it. And, of course, Faction Survival Zones open. Dorothy 38, Dorothy 83. Interesting. Probably friends. Of course they are friends, but... So, with that being said, you can always find some more update videos on the update page. Don't forget to check out the update page constantly for multiple different updates. Most are videos, but some are just plain old texts, paragraphs that you have to read, which is really boring. And occasionally the audio file. It'll just be an MP3. You hit play. Voila. I haven't uploaded any of them yet, but I might in the future. So, hope you have enjoyed. Again, for the third time, I've been your host, Mobkin78. And I hope you all have a good one. Thanks for watching.